To be or not to be, that is the question. Scene. Well, today that is not actually the question. Hi, I'm your host, Valerie Bogar, and this is Insight. And today we're going to discuss about performing arts in Northwest Florida. You know, the performing arts is really important, and I'm going to tell you 3 reasons why. The arts provide a way for all students to learn by engaging a variety of learning styles. The arts enhance creativity, creative thinking, and problem-solving skills. And lastly, the arts tap multiple intelligences. Art education encourages teamwork, self-confidence, self-respect, self-motivation, and interpersonal skills. I would also like to introduce you my co-host. Now, you know, remember her, Mariella. She's actually one of the Insight kids, but today she's actually going to co-host with me for the first part. How about you tell the audience a little bit about yourself?
Hi, my name is Mariella. I'm 16 and I go to Fort Walton Beach High School. Awesome.
And we also have a new guests here on the show. So how about you guys go ahead and tell us your name and what age you go to and what school you go to and how old you are.
Hi, I'm Tristan Ferrara. I am 13 years old and I go to Niceville High School.
Hi, I'm Madison Walker. I'm 15 years old and go to the Collegiate High School.
Hi, I'm Jahara Moore and I go to Shoal River Middle School.
And as you know, our area, Northwest Florida, is really small. Some people don't even know we exist. And the last thing you think about when you think about this area is, you know, talent agencies. You think of, you know, major cities and stuff. Well, you guys, I'm glad you came on the show because you guys are part of a talent agency that's local and it's called AMC Talent. I'm going to bring it over to my co-host here and she's going to ask you some questions.
Well, first, Tristan, first of all, tell us a little about AMC Talent and how you got started there.
Well, AMC Talent is a talent agency run by Miss Anne Marie Crouch. She's a very helpful lady. She listens to all your problems and she helps me find local acting jobs in the area.
Oh, good. That's helpful. Tell us a little about Miss Darla's A-Class Act Studio.
Well, a Class Act Studio is run by Miss Darla Bergancy, and it's more of a musical theater style over production, like with cameras. And so a lot of musical theater. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah, I have a question for you because you really sound like you've been doing theater for a while there. I'm going to give you a pop quiz. Can you give us a little line from something you've done?
A little line from something I've done?
Yes.
To be or not to be?
Oh, really?
That is the question.
You just stole that from us. It's not cool. Just don't do that. It's just messed up. Okay, well, you know, when I know I have to audition, I know how to look out for.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. That was brilliant. And what was the last performance you've been in?
I was in Seussical the Musical.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. What did you play as?
I was Horton.
You were Horton?
The big elephant.
Fun. Okay.
Well, Madison, please tell us a little about Hollywood Bound and Orlando Bound. It sounds very exciting.
It was. A bunch of us got together and prepared monologues, songs, and scenes with the help of Anne Marie Crouch and Miss Darla. And we got to go out there and explore the city and kind of play tourist a bit before we got down to the real work of auditioning for the agents, which is really cool what we did because they gave us feedback. They didn't just say yes or no, which is usually what you get if you go to an audition and audition. But they gave a lot of feedback and it was really great. And we got a lot of contacts from that. And we actually started networking at a very young age.
That's cool. Was there like a lot of people that, like, how does that work? Like when we went there, was like a whole bunch of people there too that was auditioning?
Well, it's exclusively with AMC Talent and we get a bunch of kids sign up and then we go out there and Miss Anne Marie uses her contacts and gets all the agents lined up so they can see what the talent we have to offer.
And your fellow kids that you've actually been working with, have they been like signed up? I kind of heard some things where some kids actually sign up for some big roles.
Oh yeah, kids are still out there working. One kid, Cody, he got guest spots on a bunch of different shows. And
wasn't it one of them like Criminal Minds?
It was.
That is so cool. So as you can hear, this is for real. So like a lot of people are like worried like, oh well, we probably won't get anything or just commercials. So as you hear a kid from here actually was able to be on Criminal Minds, and so there's other cool stuff too that I've heard. So this is a huge opportunity, right?
Yeah.
So were you excited when you found out you can go?
I was very excited. We went out there and just had a blast, and they gave me some really good notes.
Did you get like diva-fied or something when you were there?
No, I was kind of diva-fied when I was here, so there wasn't much room for more divas. So.
Oh, okay.
And lastly, but not least, Jahara, tell us what you like most about acting.
You get to portray different characters.
I love that.
I think that's really fun.
Okay, so you like different characters. Is there like a certain character that you like a lot?
No, just all of them.
You like all of them? That's cool. Well, that's the best thing to do. You like every single one. So I didn't even ask you, like, I'm going to give you a pop quiz. Can you perform something that you've done, just a line? And please don't do to be or not to be, because that is me and Mariella's.
Okay. Daddy, I've taken care of all of them. Every single last person who's ever pushed me around, except one.
Creepy.
That was good.
That's good.
So what do you find like most, this is to anybody who wants to answer, what do you find most challenging about acting?
Well, sometimes it's hard to step out of your comfort zone and into something you've never done before, you know, like, and some emotions are harder to portray, you know, so.
So that's an interesting point, because a lot of times, like I've heard from even coaches that I've been, actually one of the best actors is someone that's the complete opposite of who you are. Then what people do, they get typecast, they do the same old thing, what you expect them to do. So it's pretty brilliant if you can actually do multiple roles. And so what kind of thing that you, acting that was out of the box for you?
Well, I would have to say that the hardest emotion to actually portray is like sadness, because the point is not to be sad, it's to be trying to be happy, but you're still sad, so it doesn't seem so tragic, you know?
That's an interesting way to put it. That's brilliant right there. I mean, you don't think of it that way. But that is true, that you have to think about, and then you have to think about the character too, because a lot of times people just, they think about like emotional actors, where they just go on the emotion as opposed to how will the character portray that certain emotion. And I think that's the other tricky thing. So did you do like when you, isn't there like another thing that you do for training that Darla provides? Like she actually has an acting class, isn't she? So do you all, are y'all all in the acting class or have done her, I think was?
I took a monologue class very recent, actually no, not a monologue class, a scene class very recently, a couple weeks ago. It was really cool. They give you scripts and you act with other people. It's really fun and it helps you get out of your comfort zone, and it teaches you a lot of great technique and just a lot of cool things that you can harness and use in real auditions.
And some of these things that you're learning from these classes, do you think it has helped you like in education, like when you're in school, and how so?
Oh, totally. My memorization from scripts, like you have to memorize them really quickly, helps me learn things like a sponge now. I can read something and memorize it and then take the test on it.
That's awesome. So then you're in your history class and you're learning something about politics, because everybody loves, you know, reading up on that because it's so interesting.
I love history. I love
so then you'll be able to be like, oh, I know this. And then everybody's like, how do you do that? It's like, well, because of theater.
Yeah.
So is there like in your schools, do you do anything that's involved? Like have you done like, let's say projects? Has that actually helped you too when you have to go in front of the audience?
Speeches.
Have you ever, like, speeches
yes,
and
it helps a
and
lot
stuff?
with speeches.
Do you remember your last thing you did in school that was like your last project?
I had to do a presentation on a scientific topic, and I chose serial killers and how to analyze them. But anyway, we had to do a 5 to 8 minute presentation, a speech in front of the class, and we were graded on our speaking skills upon other things. And I was able to get a pretty high grade on it because I'm able to speak in front of a lot of people. And that's thanks to a class act studio, Miss Darla helping get the speech down and not
I
really.
think your topic was unique enough. You know, so if someone was dozing off in class, you'd be like, what? What are they talking about? That's so weird. But that's really cool. Jahara, like, how has acting helped you?
It's helped me stop being so shy.
Shy? So you, so what kind of things, do you remember any games that you've played that actually helped you come out of your shyness?
I can't remember any right now.
I can't remember, but you play like some acting games and stuff. Tristan, do you remember some acting games you played?
Oh yeah, we have lots of fun acting games. One of them is when we first meet each other in the group of casting. We play this game where you say somebody's name and you walk towards them and the other person has to say somebody's name and go towards them before they get out and you get there. It's a good way to learn people's names.
So it's like tag with names.
Basically, yeah.
Okay, that sounds like a lot of fun. So I bet there's like a lot of other like acting games that you can even incorporate like in the classroom.
Yeah.
And that's pretty cool. So, you know, you guys, this sounds really cool. And have you talked to your friends about like the things you've been involved with acting?
Most of my friends are actors too, so.
Actors? Well, I bet. So, is there anything that you hope that AMC Talent like helps you out like in the future? Like, what do you hope to become like from 10 years from now?
10 years from now, yeah. I want to be on Broadway.
So, oh goodness, I love Broadway.
I want to be an actress anywhere. Broadway, film. I just love acting. It's given me, and Miss Anne Marie and Miss Darla have really given me a path to follow, and it's my dream.
Well, that sounds great. And you know what? You just heard from our 3 future superstars. You heard it. They want to be Broadway stars, and you might see them, and I believe it. And it sounds to me that Darla and Anne Marie is doing such a good job, and I can even tell in the interview that y'all are doing such a good job here. And I'm glad that you're here to check these kids out. And there's even an opportunity for you to be an AMC Talent. And you can check on the website amctalent.com. And in our second half, we're actually going to talk to you about Pensacola Shakespeare Theater. All right, so please stay tuned and join us here on Insight.